Hello everyone, welcome to the APT Recap channel. The story begins. An image is shown on the street, and suddenly a car is seen driving in front of another red car. Then, a man is seen opening his car door in anger, and his daughter's voice is heard telling him not to get out. But he still gets out to confront the driver of the red car, saying that the red car driver was driving recklessly, nearly caused him an accident, and was driving without regard. The driver of the red car replied, "I don't care, my driving is always like this. And I'm telling you, you have your child in the car, hurry up and drive on. Don't come looking for trouble with me." The man then closed his car window and insulted the man with the child very harshly. This made him even angrier, so he went to get a stick and hit the red car. What was shocking was that the driver of the red car then drove forward and rammed the man forcefully, then crashed into his own car in front, where his daughter was inside. The girl's father was killed instantly. The daughter inside the car was also seriously injured. She was then rushed to the hospital for emergency surgery, with the help of an excellent doctor at the hospital. The scene then shifts to a man walking into his house and finding his beautiful wife exercising. Suddenly, he sees his daughter, who has just returned from school, walking towards him, but her expression seems unhappy. He calls out her name, "Ahi, where are you going?" She replies, "I'm going to Uncle's house. Siho needs help with his math homework." She continues, "I've already told my stepmom." Her father, upon hearing her call her that, tells her, "Don't call your stepmother that, just call her mom." She then says, "If I come back, I'll call later," and walks out. Before she leaves, her father takes out his wallet, intending to give her money, but she refuses it. She then takes her father's bank card to use. After that, the man is seen entering the dining room and watching the news about reckless driving leading to arguments and tragic deaths. The red car hit the man, causing his death, and then crashed into his car with his daughter inside, causing severe injuries. Immediately, he receives a call requesting him to be the lawyer for the driver of the red car. It turns out he is a lawyer. The scene then shifts to the hospital, where the excellent doctor is seen saving the young girl who was injured in the accident caused by the red car hitting her father. The doctor goes to examine the girl after her surgery and sees her mother, who is extremely distressed. She has lost her husband, and her child is still in danger. She pleads with the doctor to continue helping her daughter. The doctor hands the girl's mother a tissue to wipe her tears and then leaves. Another doctor reports to the doctor that the girl's mother has not yet paid for the surgery, but the doctor says, "It's okay. Arrange for their treatment first. Life is more important." The news and the video footage from the car's security camera become very famous. We see two children, a boy and a girl, watching the video. They are Ahi and Siho. Ahi had told her father she was going to help Siho with his math homework at his uncle's house. But instead, they are sitting and watching the video instead of doing homework. The scene then shows a woman taking care of an elderly woman, likely her mother, who has dementia. Suddenly, the doctor from the hospital earlier walks in. He is the woman's husband. Even as the doctor husband enters, his mother asks for him, not recognizing her son. Her son, the doctor, jokes, "Why do you always ask for me? Why don't you ask for your lawyer son too?" Later, Ahi leaves Siho's room and returns home, bidding farewell to her uncle and aunt. The truth is, she said she was going to help with Siho's homework in exchange for more money from her uncle. But more importantly, she didn't go to help with homework. Instead, they ended up watching videos and not studying. Before she leaves, her aunt gives her volunteer work documents at her uncle's hospital, along with Siho. After that, Ahi's father, the lawyer, is seen meeting his client, the driver of the red car who caused the death of the girl's father and injured the girl in the car. He is explaining to the man how to answer in court to mitigate his sentence or avoid imprisonment for the case. The scene then shifts to Siho walking alone. Then, two boys approach and start bullying him. Suddenly, Ahi pulls out her phone to record them, hoping to deter the two boys from bullying Siho. Later that night, Siho's parents go to a gathering. This gives Siho an opportunity to go out with his cousin, Ahi, and another boy. It seems they are sneaking out to play at night together. The scene then shows Siho's father and mother arriving at a restaurant. As they are about to hand their car keys to the valet, they are told to wait a moment. The valet rushes to receive the car of another man, who turns out to be Siho's uncle, the lawyer. In fact, the two brothers had arranged to meet for dinner that evening. They then enter the private room they booked for a lavish dinner. The lawyer brother is seen boasting about expensive food and drinks, but his younger brother, the doctor, speaks directly, "Brother, tell me, why are we gathered tonight? What do you want to talk about?" He then says, "I want to talk about Mom. I've seen a private care facility that looks very good." Siho's new stepmother adds, "It's just called a care center, but it's very modern, like a resort." However, the doctor brother's expression shows he is not pleased with what they are discussing. He says he doesn't want his mother to live in a place where her children don't care for her, making her lonely. But his brother says, "That place has excellent care, and you need need to focus on your work. As a doctor, you won't be able to care for mom thoroughly. His brother then asks his wife, am I right? Siho's doctor wife replies, that's possible. Your son is about to go to university. He'll likely need to focus on him more than before. The lawyer's stepmother then tries to engage the doctor's wife, but the doctor's wife ignores her, causing her to feel embarrassed. Meanwhile, Siho is at a school party with Ahi. They are also drinking beer, which is not good for them. Siho's mother worries about her son being out and calls him, but he doesn't answer. Later, the lawyer brother and the doctor brother are seen talking outside. The doctor's brother tells him, I know your wife hasn't been taking good care of mom, so, don't be ashamed as a doctor who can't take care of his mother. You should agree to put mom in a care facility. The doctor then replies to his brother, aren't you concerned about your own reputation? At 50 years old, you have a young child. I'm really tired of having dinner with your new wife. He then walks away. Siho's doctor wife is seen waiting for her husband outside, glancing at a brochure for a senior care facility, indicating she also wants her mother-in-law to go to a care center. Suddenly, her husband walks out, and they are waiting for the valet to bring their car. A car speeds towards them, almost hitting them. Looking closer, it is indeed his brother. He rolls down the window and says, if I had hit you now, who would take care of mom? This implies he still wants their mother to go to a care facility. He then drives off, leaving the doctor and his wife utterly astonished by his behavior. Siho is at the school party. His behavior starts to change because he has never consumed alcohol before. After drinking, he becomes aggressive and starts picking fights with everyone. As he walks further, he sees Ahi kissing her boyfriend. This enrages him, and he shouts at her, aren't you going home? This greatly surprises her. Siho walks away, and Ahi follows him. They are then seen kicking piles of trash alone, as if it were a game. Later, they walk back home. His mother opens the door for him. However, his demeanor seems very strange. He doesn't speak to his mother upon entering, no matter how much she asks. He just goes into his room. The next morning, Siho's mother discusses his further studies with his teacher. Because Siho has been having trouble fitting in at school and has been bullied, the teacher suggests that if his father is a doctor, he could help create a special study program for him at his hospital. Siho's mother says this seems like a long and difficult process. Later, she calls her husband about this. The doctor says it's a good idea, but the important thing is whether Siho wants it. Meanwhile, the lawyer is defending the driver of the red car in court for causing a death. He is then seen returning home to eat with his daughter and his new wife. Because he is busy with work, he doesn't interact much with his daughter. The doctor is also busy, constantly on his phone looking at work even while eating. It's time to take the children to school. He asks his son, do you want to study in a special program at dad's hospital or not? The decision is yours. Siho asks his father, why are you making me choose? He replies, I want you to learn to make decisions for yourself. Siho's mother is at home. She picks up her son's clothes from the previous night to wash them. She notices bloodstains on the sleeves, which puzzles her. Later, she goes to work. During her lunch break, she eats at the cafeteria and sees a news report on TV about two teenagers, a boy and a girl, who severely beat a homeless person. It's unclear if the person has died or is being saved. Siho's mother feels uneasy. She opens her computer to research the news and sees that the two teenagers look very much like Ahi and Siho. The boy's clothes are also the same as what Siho wore last night. She also finds bloodstains on her son's sleeves, making her highly suspicious and worried. She then rushes to wash her son's blood-stained clothes. When her son returns home, she goes to his room to question him. Mom saw the news today about two teenagers who beat a homeless person last night, causing severe injuries. It's unclear if they died or are being saved at the hospital, but Mom saw that the boy's clothes and appearance are very similar to yours. She grabs her son and asks him directly, did you really do it? He denies it. She then hugs her son and cries. The next day, Ahi goes to talk to her father directly about what they did last night. The lawyer, upon hearing this, walks to close the window to speak with his daughter clearly about the matter. After listening to his daughter's account, he rushes from his office to their home, entering his daughter's room to search for the clothes she wore last night. He examines them and compares them with the video. They are indeed identical. This greatly surprises his new wife and him. Later, the lawyer secretly visits the victim who was severely beaten by his nephew and daughter at the hospital. He sees that the victim is in critical condition and may not survive. As he walks back, he sees police officers questioning doctors at the the hospital to investigate the perpetrators. He then goes to find his younger brother at the hospital and takes him outside for a drink during the day. His younger brother asks, "What's wrong? Why are you asking me to drink in broad daylight?" He replies, "Now that our children are grown up, we understand what it's like to be parents." But his younger brother says, "Don't drag this out. Get to the point." He then asks, "Have you seen the viral video on social media? Two school students beat a homeless person on the street, causing severe injuries, possibly fatal." He replies he hasn't seen it due to being busy. The lawyer then tells his brother that they are Ahi and Siho, who beat the homeless man, leading to him being admitted to your hospital's emergency room. Upon hearing this news, the doctor drives back, his mind in turmoil. Without paying attention, he hits a wild animal crossing the road, causing his windshield to crack. When he returns to pick up his wife, she is terrified by the state of his car, fearing he hit someone and caused an accident. But the doctor doesn't want to elaborate and asks his wife directly, "Have you heard the news about two school students, a boy and a girl, who beat a homeless person and sent them to the emergency room?" As soon as her husband shows her the video, the doctor's wife's expression suggests she already knew but didn't want to talk about it. She argues, "It's not our son. I've already asked him." But as the doctor tries to examine the video again, she interrupts him, implying that the boy in the video is indeed their son, but she cannot accept the truth. They then return home to question Siho directly about whether he is the boy in the video. He repeatedly denies it, but his father doesn't believe him, as the video's coincidences are too strong. Even Ahi is in the video. He tries to intimidate Siho into telling the truth, but his mother intervenes, telling him to stop questioning him. If he says no, then no. However, Siho blurts out that the man bothered them first, so he kicked him a few times. He thought he couldn't have caused the man's death. At that moment, his father realizes the boy is indeed him. He intends to take him to the police station immediately. But suddenly, the doctor's mother, who has dementia, appears at the doorway. Not wanting his mother to see and know everything, he pretends to be normal. Later that evening, their families have dinner at the lawyer's house to discuss the issue. The lawyer has learned that the police have no evidence or witnesses around the scene. If the victim dies, they won't be able to accuse them. But the doctor suggests they surrender and confess for their children to the police, so they don't get caught up in the investigation. His wife adamantly refuses, saying, "Absolutely not. As a mother, I cannot accept this." Her husband replies, "I am a doctor. I must have integrity. I cannot see my own son do wrong to others. I don't want anyone to die." The lawyer then asks his brother, "Do you really want them to resolve this through legal channels?" He replies, "Yes, it's their responsibility." But the lawyer responds, "As for me, I wouldn't do that. Whether the victim dies or not depends on the actual situation." After the meeting, the doctor drives back with his wife to pick up their son from school. While waiting for their son, they argue. The mother doesn't want her son to confess, but her father believes their son should take responsibility for his actions. As soon as they see their son, the doctor puts him in the car and drives directly to the police station. However, upon reaching the entrance of the police station, he reconsiders the consequences his son might face after confessing and decides to turn back. Meanwhile, the lawyer is discussing the matter with his stepmother while putting their young child to sleep. The doctor's wife, upon returning home, looks through old photo albums of her son, from his ultrasound to his growing up. She feels immense sorrow for her son if anything were to happen to him. She then tells her husband, "If you decide to take our son to the police station again, I will not forgive you." The next day, the doctor goes to work at the hospital as usual. During his break, he goes into the chapel and sits crying, overwhelmed with distress. The lawyer visits his client for the last time after successfully defending him and getting him acquitted of the previous charges. He asks his client to apologize to the victim at the hospital, even though he is free. But the client retorts, "Why should I apologize? I did nothing wrong." He then gets up and leaves. Ahi returns from school and sits eating snacks and watching TV at her stepmother's house. Her stepmother comes to sit beside her and wants to advise her about what happened, but Ahi doesn't seem to listen and walks out. Seeing her daughter's behavior, her stepmother tells her husband. She seems to feel no remorse. After such a major incident, if we let her continue like this, she will not turn out well in the future. Later, the man they beat the previous night is reported to have died at the hospital. This means they will be free if they don't confess. The doctor, seeing his wife's pain and fearing for his son, opens up and talks to his son about everything. He cries and tells his father that he didn't want to do it, that he only kicked the man a few times lightly and never thought he would die. He deeply regrets it. At that moment, moment, his father feels more pity for his son and wife and decides to give his son another chance, not taking him to the police station to confess, letting the matter end. The next day, after the incident is resolved, Siho visits Ahi at her house and goes into her younger brother's room to play. When Ahi's father enters and sees this, he doesn't want to disturb them and walks out. While sitting and playing, he checks the security camera in the room to see what they are doing. He then hears them talking from the security camera. "Last night when we beat that homeless man, it was really fun. We kicked him hard." It seems they don't realize their mistake and consider beating the homeless man as entertainment. He then decides to tell his brother and his wife when they meet for dinner at the same restaurant as before. He wants to take them to confess at the police station, but his brother says, "Before, I wanted to do this, and you didn't agree. But now that I don't want to, you're saying this. I don't understand." The lawyer then shows the video of them talking about treating the beating of the homeless man as a joke. He decides he doesn't want them to continue being like this and must make them confess. However, even after seeing the video, the doctor and his wife say they don't want their son to have problems. The doctor then angrily grabs his brother and says, "I will not let my son have problems. If you still want them to have problems, I will end your life." But the lawyer insists, "Tomorrow, I will take Ahi to the police station." The doctor becomes furious, throws a plate, breaking it, and walks out. His wife follows him. The lawyer's wife also suggests they go home and not continue eating, as they have no appetite. Later, the lawyer and his wife are seen walking outside near the road. He forgets his phone and asks his wife to go back and get it. He stands by the road, thinking about everything. Suddenly, a car speeds by and hits him forcefully by the roadside. As his wife runs out, she sees it is her husband lying on the road, dead. The image then shows that the person driving the car that hit the lawyer is his younger brother, the doctor. This was to prevent his brother from reporting to the police and getting his son imprisoned. And our story ends here. Thank you to all friends who followed this story recap from beginning to end. If you want more story recaps like this, don't forget to click like and subscribe.